I also want to pick up on something you said, which was that marketers, brands, media were all converging. To me, that also reflects the theme, some of which you also talked about in your prediction for this year. But Art Basel was a big brand moment. CES is again becoming a big brand moment. South by is coming up in 2 months. That's probably going to be another one. And to your point, these big moments where we get a lot of people in the same area as a content experiential opportunity just feels like something we should be also double clicking on. That this is a moment that brands should be saying, we can control our narrative, we can control our content outflow, we can figure out ways to position ourselves as both innovative, cultural, artistic, whatever it may be. And do you see this as part of the core marketing strategy that any kind of mid-tier to big brand should be utilizing as a way to get their message out, and especially digitally?
Yeah. I love events for content. That's a big strategy that we try to employ at Vayner. If I were like a tech company or a tech startup, absolutely, I would be there. I think the consumer marketers are more there because CES is a bit of a cultural thing as well. But if they want to position themselves in the conversation around tech, around culture, around innovation, like CES is a great place to be. I'll give one example, actually, a Vayner partner. So Tropicana Orange Juice is probably not a brand that you would think of as like going to CES, but they had their whole leadership team there. Their CEO was actually there, and they did a kind of a fun stunt where they passed out orange juice, but they removed the letters A and I out of the Tropicana logo just because there's nothing artificial about Tropicana. They knew AI was going to be the big topic, kind of nods to that. So I thought that that was like a fun kind of way to play. But there are a lot of consumer brands there, a lot in the CPG space, a lot of the sort of financial services space, beauty, healthcare, you name it, brands who are there also to hear what's new and next, particularly on the media side. I think less so sort of creative brand marketers and more sort of media folks, because the media vendors do a lot there. They do a lot of entertaining, whining and dining and helicopters around the Grand Canyon and whatnot. So I do think it's a brand moment. That if I were representing a brand who's trying to connect with that audience, like CES is undoubtedly like a place where innovators and technologists are going to spend time to learn, to hear what's next.